won't go to. How was that?
Okay, I'm out here on San Clemente beach, right? And today we're with
Tiffany
Demeco, and I see that they have signs here about a campground that they're is this temporary or?
It's a temporary campground, basically just to alleviate the problems that we're having here. As you can see, normally these tents are completely blocking the sidewalk, and I have a disabled brother, wheelchair bound, who has used this sidewalk for years and years. So it's ADA, an ADA violation, Americans with Disabilities Act. And this particular attorney right here is wanting them to stay here, even though there's fights, public drunkenness, defecating, urinating in public, trash, litter, anything you can imagine goes down here, and everything does, and we've seen it all. So the city has decided to designate a camping area just right up the way, fenced in, public. They're going to bring in showers, and toilets. Provide security for them, lighting, so it's safe, and they're out of this particular area, so the residents can once again enjoy this area. And I think it's a good solution for now until we figure out maybe a permanent shelter at some point. But this situation right here is a powder keg, and the residents are getting increasingly more upset. The violence is getting not from the residents to the homeless, but the homeless are starting to fight. Last night somebody was almost killed down here. His teeth were knocked out and laying on the floor right over here.
So they're giving them the option now or to move there, or they're going to start implementing the camping ordinance?
Yes, and then basically saying, so there is a place now you can camp, but it's up there. But if you camp outside of that, you're going to be held accountable.
What about the allegations that the campsite right there is not safe?
It's perfectly safe. It's a half a mile up. It's an ocean view property. I think it's about a third of an acre. They just renovated everything. It's completely. They put down like a nice flooring, some kind of I forget, like a decomposed granite or some, whatever. I forget what the term is. It's completely fenced off, so people can't get in except for them. They can come and go, and there's a door. And it's safe, and I don't know why anybody would want this situation, because this is getting dangerous.
Oh no, not even us advocates want this, and I mean, we actually
this attorney does right here. She does. Why does she want this? I have 4 children. I live in town. They go to the beach all the time. Are they supposed to walk through this to get to their beach?
You know, as long as they have a place to go or able to stay.
Yes.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, it's right here. Why don't you just?
Yeah, our Blue Noble.
Blue. Why don't you take a little? It's right there. You go up Pico. It's on the right. You'll see there's like a tan-colored fence around it. It's a beautiful piece of land. I wish I had an ocean view like that. They're giving them an ocean view piece of land with shower facilities, toilets, a security guard, lighting. Isn't that a better situation than this? They can all spread out with their tents. It's safer.
Well, I'll be talking to some of them and see what they and like I said, I've been asking a lot of people between shelters and campgrounds, and they choose campgrounds. A structured campground. And I mean, it's not just about the rules and regulations on the shelter. It's because when they warehouse people, we won't want to be in a warehouse for months.
They won't go.
But they're safe in their tent. And especially those who are in threat of the criminal element that's around them.
I understand, and I agree with you. I've talked to enough of them. They don't want a shelter. They're not going to go. It's a waste. I think some people, truly homeless people, not drug addicted, service resistant people like these are, truly homeless people that are in between jobs would go to a shelter because they're not addicted to substances, and they need a place to stay in between finding another job. This is different. These are different type of people. These people are deeply addicted to drugs, alcohol. They protect their dependency on these substances more than anything. So to them, this is more important. Their heroin than a place to stay. So that's why they wouldn't go to a shelter. So why build a shelter that these people won't use?
So even some of them that don't use it, they say they feel not safe in the shelter
because they steal each other's things. I know, I've talked to them. It's crazy. So understanding that you and I are kind of on the same page here, and what this lady is doing is horrendous because she's forcing them to stay in this area here that is unsafe. It's blocking, it's ADA violations through the roof. Old people can't get through here. They just moved everything back, but normally this is all the way out, and they sit here in chairs and they block people from coming down. Well, imagine
we're right in a parking lot too, which is.
Imagine if you were an older person with a cane and you were out for a walk and you need to come down the sidewalk because, as you see, this is a parking lot. It's not safe to walk in the parking lot. So you come down on the sidewalk, like I have with my brother for years, as long as possible to this section here where it's flush with and continue down to the beach, where there is a ramp down there to get down on the beach for disabled people, and there's a table where disabled people can pull up and enjoy the view. And we've done that for years, and now because they've camped out here, it's affecting people like my brother, his rights to be able to go up and down a sidewalk.
Well, I think it'll be clear out because it's been done over there in Anaheim. It's been done where they, it gets to the point where they have to clear out.
They have to move.
And I hate to have to say in shelters or jail, which what the police are saying. But talking to everybody that says if you have an option, well, this is the first city that has come out with this that we've been advocating for, and I hope it works.
So shouldn't we get an applause for this? I mean, because we've talked to them.
I believe so.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe you should go talk to her. Well, we should get a pat on the back because we're not saying, completely leave, even though I think a lot of us would frankly be fine with that if they chose to go elsewhere. Yeah. But this is this is kind of an interim solution, and at least it's addressing their issues and the issues that the residents who pay the taxes here are, feel very passionately.
Well, it gives them an incentive because there'll be services.
Yeah. Toilets.
I mean, not just that essentials, but services as far as rehab or stuff like that. I really don't know what I'm going to find out more about it to see if because there should be some service, because I heard health services were going to be here today or something.
Yeah, they're offered services routinely, I've heard, and people bring them food all the time. There's Mercy House and there's FAM in town, and they've been down here for however long they've been here, months, bringing food. They offer them, I think outreach and counseling, but most of them don't take the services. They just want to sit here. This is what they want to do. They want to do their drugs. They want to sit here. How do you fight that?
Well, thank you for your...
Yes, sir. God bless you. Yeah,
bless you
thanks.
Take care.
Take care.
A shower over there? Do they have a shower?
They will have that.
Okay.
It looks like it could be, yeah. I mean, it's definitely a handicap bathroom.
Yeah, that's what